In our lives, there are many moments when we only notice what is missing. We keep saying, I don't have this, I don't have that. While thinking this way, we slowly forget about the many things we already have. Think about it for a moment. If a tree does not grow fruit, does that make it useless? What about the cool shade it gives? What about the shelter it provides to birds? What about the fresh air it offers to everyone nearby? Aren't those blessings too? Today's story is about this very idea. It shows how a lack of gratitude can blind us and how a small change in perspective can turn difficulties into gifts. A long time ago, when people traveled long distances on horseback and wooden carriages, two young men were returning home after working in a distant city. Their names were Daniel and Marcus. Although they were close friends, their personalities were very different. Daniel was patient, thoughtful, and calm. Marcus, on the other hand, was quick-tempered and easily frustrated. They had spent 3 long years working far from their village. Now they were finally returning home, where their families were waiting eagerly. One morning, their journey took an unexpected turn. The carriage driver, who was supposed to take them through a nearby forest, suddenly refused to go any further. He said the road ahead was too dangerous. Marcus became angry and argued loudly, but the driver would not change his mind. With no other choice, the two friends began walking on foot from the edge of the forest. They moved quickly, hoping to cross before nightfall. The path was difficult. The ground was filled with old hunting traps. Step by step, they walked carefully, watching where they placed their feet. Hours passed. Their legs grew tired, and their throats became dry with thirst. But the thought of reaching home kept them moving forward. After a long walk, they finally arrived at a rushing river. Unfortunately, the wooden bridge that once crossed the river had been destroyed by heavy rains. The strong current roared through the water. There was no way around it. After thinking for a moment, they decided they had no choice but to swim across. With great effort, they entered the cold water and fought against the current. At last, they reached the other side safely. But their troubles were not finished. During the crossing, their water bottle had slipped away and disappeared in the muddy river. Daniel was simply grateful that they had survived. He changed into the extra set of clothes he had carried with him. Marcus, however, grew even more upset. Now they had a long road ahead and no water left. As if that wasn't enough, dark clouds suddenly gathered in the sky. Heavy rain began pouring down. Afraid that their last dry clothes would get soaked, they ran quickly through the forest, looking for shelter. After some time, they discovered a small wooden hut. It looked like a shelter once built by hunters. Relieved, they went inside and waited until the rain slowed down. While Daniel calmly collected rainwater to drink, Marcus continued complaining. "What a terrible journey," he said angrily. "First, the driver refused to take us. Then we had to swim across the river. Now we're stuck here in the rain. After all this trouble, who knows if we will even reach home tonight?" Daniel simply listened quietly. Around noon, the rain finally stopped. They continued walking once again. Soon the thick forest began to thin. In the distance, they could see signs of nearby villages. But now the sun had come out strongly. The heat became intense. Their stomachs growled with hunger. Finally, they found a large tree with wide branches casting deep shade. Grateful for the rest, they sat beneath it and ate the last of their food. Exhausted, they leaned back against the trunk. But Marcus began complaining again. "What kind of tree is this? It's big, but it doesn't even grow fruit. What's the use of such a tree?" Daniel remained quiet for a moment. It was true, the tree had no fruit, but its wide branches were protecting them from the burning sun. Just as Daniel was about to say something, a deep and calm voice spoke. "I am the tree under whose shade you now rest." Both men froze in shock. The voice continued slowly. "For hundreds of years I have stood here, watching the seasons pass. My roots hold the soil together so the land does not wash away. My branches give shelter to birds, insects, and travelers like you. Every living thing has its own purpose. Do not judge something as useless simply because you see only one side of it. Marcus was stunned, his heart filled with embarrassment. Lowering his head respectfully, he said, "Please forgive me for my careless words. I was wrong to speak without understanding." From that moment, both men carried an important lesson in their hearts. Many people spend their lives complaining about what they do not have. Meanwhile, they ignore the blessings that already surround them. It's like having a basket full of sweet oranges. If we only stare at the one that is spoiled, we will never enjoy the rest. Life becomes happier when we learn to appreciate what is already in our hands. Gratitude changes the way we see the world. Sometimes, a small shift in perspective can turn ordinary moments into precious blessings. This brings us to the end of today's story. If you enjoyed listening, feel free to share your thoughts. Your support helps us bring more meaningful stories like this. Thank you for listening. We will meet again in the next story.